morning. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through our 5-day challenge. That's okay. Okay. And we'll just go ahead and begin. So take a comfortable seated position. I'm always sitting, whenever I'm sitting on the floor, I'm always sitting on a big yoga bolster that looks like this big cushion. You can have a couple of pillows, you can sit on a bed, you can sit on a chair, but when we're sitting for breathing and for meditation, it's really important that the spine is straight and that we're not like slumping in the posture. In the practice of yoga and pranayama, which I mentioned the other day, pranayama is breath work. We see the breath as being stored from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. And so when this part of the body, which is the spine, is sitting tall and erect, then the breath can really flow and move. When we're slumping down or the posture isn't so great, there's going to be blockages in the breathing. So sometimes sitting in a chair is really helpful, or even sitting with your back up against the wall. Anyway, anything you need to do to sit tall, and that's why I have my cushions. So come to your seated posture and close your eyes, and we'll turn the backs of the hands onto the thighs. And again, bringing the index fingertip to the thumb tip. This is Jnana Mudra, the gesture of reconnection to the body, to the mind, to the soul. And as you begin this morning, just be aware of the parts of the body that are on the floor or the chair beneath you. And notice also how you arrive, how you feel today. Notice physically, how is your body? Are there places in the body that are feeling energized and healthy? Or are there places in the body that are feeling really tight or stuck or even in pain? And just acknowledge how you arrived this morning. Acknowledge the way the mind feels. If it's full, busy, and active. If there are thoughts or worries, if there's excitement. If there's ease or calm, just notice. And now be aware of the breath, gliding in through the nostrils, out through the nostrils. Just feel your body breathing. And now begin to elongate the breath a little bit. And remember, I said the other day that when we first begin to elongate the breath, it can sometimes feel, give us like a racy feeling. That's very, very normal. But as you become more accustomed to the practices of pranayama, it'll start to feel really gentle and soothing to stretch the breath. And so we'll now begin to imagine that you could see the breath, seeing it as your energy. Beginning at the base of the spine, the breath rises up along the spine as you inhale. And the breath flows back down to the base of the spine on your exhale. And as you continue like this with an elongated, Continuous inhale and exhale. Just feel the parts of the physical body that move as you breathe. And the next inhale, at the very top of the inhale, we'll take a slight pause, just a little pause. And now exhale fully, completely, and then go right back into an inhale, long inhale. Pause at the top of your inhale and a long, full exhale out. Continue like this. This breath practice is called Antara Kumbhaka. It is to hold the breath at the top of the inhale. And it is said that with this slight pause at the top of the inhale, there's a sense of expansion in the mind and the soul. There is an awakening, an energizing effect. We're not holding the breath for a long time, just a moment. And after your next exhale, take a slight pause. Just hold the breath for one moment and then inhale. You won't hold the breath at the top of the inhale right now. We're just switching the pause. Now exhale. And hold. And breathing in. Continuing like this pause after the exhale is called Baya Kumbhaka. And this hold after the exhale, or this pause after the exhale, is very calming to the nervous system, releases stress, and puts the whole body in a sense of ease. And now release any holding at the bottom of the exhale or the top of the inhale, and just come back to an elongated breath. And then go ahead and open your eyes for a moment. So we're going to move next into Kapalabhati breath. So that's the forced short exhale breathing we've been doing through the nose, those little puffs that's like this. The diaphragm, this muscle at the top of the abdominals, pumps in and up. And one thing that you can do, so I had mentioned yesterday that this is a learned practice. It takes a long time to get comfortable with it. And so if you feel like you're struggling, or if you feel like there's a lot of force in the face like this, if you feel your facial muscles tightening up, breathe through your mouth. So you'll just do forced exhales through the mouth and hold the hand on the belly. Just like that. If you feel comfortable through the nostrils, breathing out through the nostrils, we can do it that way. Or if you need to do it through the mouth, you can try it like that today. So just place your right hand on the belly, left hand stays where it is. We'll close the eyes. And just allow the breath to flow. So we always begin with elongated breath. That breath that stretches from the base of the spine to the crown of the head as you inhale. Then flows back down as you exhale. And then just breathing into the abdominals, breathing into the hand, And begin your exhales, whether through the nose or through the mouth. This form of breathing, Kapalabhati, it purifies the prana, the energy, or what we call the life force. Try not to focus on the inhale at all. It'll just naturally happen. And we're breathing slow. It's forced, but it's not fast. 2 more. Hold all the breath out. Take a long inhale. You can release your right hand. Long inhale. Big full inhale. Take in more than you think that you can. And then hold the breath. Top of the inhale, hold the breath. And then release the exhale very, very slowly, letting all the breath out. Come back to an elongated breath from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. So in between the Kapalabhati, those forced breathing practices, we always come back to a recovery breath or just this stretch breath. I like to think of Kapalabhati breath as like a Brita filter, where you pour the water in from the tap with whatever additives or toxins, and that filter is just purifying it and cleansing it so that the body can absorb. And so when we hold the breath in after those forced exhales, that's exactly what we're doing. We're holding the breath in, further cleansing the breath, making it more pure and allowing it to be absorbed into every cell of the body. And we'll begin in another moment. Take a long inhale, full inhale. Full exhale, bring the right hand to the belly. Inhaling halfway up to the abdomen and begin through the nose or through the mouth. Soft exhales, slightly forced, letting the brows, the forehead, the cheeks be relaxed, the spine is straight. If you're arriving this morning with a headache, or if you're menstruating, just do this really gently. Two more. Exhale fully, get all the breath out. And then inhale, long, full inhale. Take in more air than you think that you can. Expanding the ribs, feeling expansion in the whole spine. Hold the breath now. You can release the right hand, hold the breath. Holding for another moment or two unless you have to come back to your recovery breath. And now exhale fully, softly. So after the exhale, it shouldn't be a just want it to let the air out soft. And come right back to a long inhale. A long exhale. The right hand now comes up towards the nose, thumb on the right nostril, ring finger on the left nostril. Close the right side and take a long inhale on the left. Long, smooth, soft breath. Close the left side and then exhaling on the right. Inhaling on the right, long, smooth, and soft. Close the right side and exhale on the left. The exhales and inhales should be about 3 to 4 seconds in length. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Close the left side, exhaling 1, 2, 3. Inhaling on the right, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3 on the left. Continue long, smooth, continuous, soft breathing. Alternating sides. We're balancing the energy channels. The system of prana is so complex and thorough. There are so many different ways in the body to store energy, the ways that the currents of energy flows and moves, the way energy is absorbed. Then we have the energy channels, the places, the ways that the energy flows, like a circuitry. We can think of prana as our body's source of electricity moving through us. If energy is low, the inner light will be dim. When we cleanse the energy and purify it through pranayama, we'll have more of a sense of aliveness, of vitality. With these energy channels that we're balancing, the two main energy channels are called Ida Nadi and Pingala Nadi, means sun and moon. And so we have one energy channel on the right side that corresponds to the sun, and this gives us a lot of power. It's got like a fiery nature, a lot of heat. And then the left nadi, or the left energy channel, corresponds to the moon, softer, more gentle, can be even low energy. And so if the left side is too active, we might feel tired a lot. If the right side is too active, we might feel a lot of anxiety or too much energy. And so this breathing exercise is to balance. When you get to the next exhale on the left, release the hand. Bring the hands back to the thighs into Jnana Mudra, index finger to thumb tip. Closing the eyes and turning the inner gaze upwards towards the center of the forehead. This location on the center of the forehead is known as the sixth chakra, or the sixth energy center. The energy centers are different places where energy can be stored in the body. And we're purposefully turning the gaze to this sixth center, bringing the flow of prana up to that sixth center, which is also known as the window to the soul, the gateway to the essence of the self. Sitting tall, each breath fluid. If you feel the mind wants to begin to turn on, you can just focus on the breath, repeating inhale, exhale, or counting the breath. Yesterday, we practiced a mantra, breathing in, calm, breathing out, calm. Calm mind, calm breath. And if you notice that the inner gaze just begins to fall down towards the two physical eyes, you can just turn it back up once again. This gaze towards the third eye can help to keep the mind clear and sometimes even give a sense of illumination. After breathing exercises, it's very common to feel a sense of lightness in the mind and in the body. On your next inhale, take a very slight pause at the top of the inhale. And then exhale. Take a very slight pause at the bottom of the exhale. Letting the inner gaze turn back down. Just feeling the breath flow. Feel the body being moved by the breath. And be aware again of your hips, your legs in contact with your chair or the floor. Whatever you're sitting on, notice it as the ground beneath you. Even if you're on a second or third floor or even higher. Notice whatever surface you are on as the ground or the earth. And this can give a sense of balance. And then slowly open your eyes. Thank you guys so much for joining again this morning. We are at the halfway mark, 2 days left. I'm really enjoying this. Please join me Thursday and Friday morning as well. If you're doing these on the replay video, for those of you who get this video later in the day, just send me an email so that I know you're participating. And let me know how you enjoy it. Thank you guys. Have a really great day.
Thanks, Jackie.
You
Have
are
a good day.